To modulate is to move from one key to another. There are many different ways to modulate. We're only going to cover two of them. If you want to learn more, the book Principles of Harmony will teach you several different other ways to modulate. First, we will learn to move from a key to the key 1/2 step higher. Now, we're given some symbols here, which might be confusing at the moment, but we do have the illustrations written out for you to practice. We're going to move from G major to A flat major using this diagram. On the top line, we're given the counts of the measures on which to move to these different chords. Hold simply means stay on that chord. So we're in G major, we're going to play the tonic chord. This is probably the last chord of the hymn that you just played. Now it says on beat 2, go to dominant 2 of the subdominant, whatever that might be. The dominant of the subdominant simply is this chord with a minor third added on the top. That's the dominant 7th of the subdominant. What we're going to do is play this chord, and we're going to make that F that we're going to add in the bass. Then it says go right to the dominant 7th of your new key. Our key 1/2 step higher is going to be A flat major. The dominant 7th of A flat, the dominant of A flat is E flat, the 7th is major triad with a minor third on the top. So we're going to keep this octave, and we're going to change the notes in the middle to the notes of the dominant 7th of A flat, and the left hand will have gone down to the root of that chord. So, tonic, dominant 2 of the subdominant, dominant 7th, holding, and go to the tonic of A flat. We can just keep going down, and so on. Now you say, I will never be able to figure that out. I know. So we find on the green sheets at the back of the book, the back of the appendix, modulations to keys 1/2 step higher. And here they are written out for you. And here is the diagram as we just applied it. Play the final chord of the hymn, locate its key on the chart. If you're going to from, say, E flat to E, holding that chord, move the middle notes down, move the inner notes of the right hand up 1/2 step, and so on. Following this diagram, we find each key illustrated. Going from C, dominant 2 to dominant 7th of D flat, dominant 2 to dominant 7th of D, sorry, B double flat is A natural, isn't it? D. So, you start on this one. The first chord of the new measure is going to be the chord of the new key, and right at that point you'll start in the new key. So if we're modulating from A flat to A, that same procedure. Dominant 7th, first chord in A. So this chart will move you from any key that you want to move to the key 1/2 step higher by playing this measure and letting the first chord of the new measure be your first chord of the new key. Then we go back and we find modulation up a whole step. By the way, in that this same chart gives you a rhythm pattern for modulating in triple time. To move to a whole step higher, we're going to go from F major to G major. Start on the tonic of F major. Then we go to the minor chord on its third scale degree. Minor chord. Then we go directly to the dominant seventh of the new key. G, the dominant of G. It's D, D, F sharp, A. Okay. Tonic, immediate, which becomes the chord on the second scale degree of the new key. That's what we call a pivot modulation. And F, the chord on 3. 3 of F is the same as the second scale degree of G major. That's why it works so well. You enter the chord in its identity in the original key, you leave it in its identity in the new key. And then you go right to the tonic of the new key. From F, immediate, dominant seventh of the new key. And so on. And again, we have a chart at the back. Again, shows you how to move your hands and illustrates each chord progression in each key. From C, going to the immediate, to the dominant seventh of D, to the immediate, to the dominant seventh of E. So, this is the last chord of your original key. This is the first chord of your new key, in whatever position the new key should begin in. I wish you every success as you practice these lessons and learn how to improvise. But be sure to realize that these lessons are not exhaustive, that there are many other things that you can do with hymns, and that you can pick up on yourself as you listen very carefully to other styles that you hear and other improvisations that affect you as being very appealing. Best of success to you, and God bless.